I was raised Catholic. One of the things that's great about the Catholic faith is you have a lot of patron saints, a lot of specialists you can call on. So if you've lost something, you can call on St. Anthony. If something's impossible, you can call on St. Jude. If your throat's sore, you can call on St. Blaise. Norm and I and my husband are trying to sell our house, and you can call on St. Joseph, but you have to bury a statue of him upside down in your yard, which seems a little, why would he help you if you're upside down? But, you know, we may resort to that if it doesn't sell soon. So the patron saint of scary storytellers, I share a name with her. Her name is Annie. She came to us because James Whitcomb Riley wrote a poem in 1890 called Little Orphant Annie. And she went on to a great career in the comics, on stage, on films. But she started as a ghost storyteller. And what I love about Annie is she is the lowliest person in the household. She is an orphan who does all the chores nobody else wants to do. But at night, after supper, she's a storyteller. And then she gets the power. So we hear about Annie through the ears and eyes of one of the children that's listening to her ghost stories. Little orphan Annies come to our house to stay and wash the cups and saucers up and brush the crumbs away and shoo the chickens off the porch and brush the hearth and sweep and make the fire and bake the bread and earn her board and keep. But all us other children, when the supper things is done, we gather round the kitchen fire and we has the mostest fun a-listening to the witch tales that Annie tells about and the goblins that'll get you if you don't watch out. Once there was a little boy who wouldn't say his prayers, and when he went to bed at night, way upstairs, his mommy heard him holler and his daddy heard him bawl. But when they turned the covers down, he wasn't there at all. And they seeked him in the rafter room and cupboard room and press, and they seeked him up the chimney flue and everywhere, I guess. But all they ever found was just his clothes turned inside out. 'Cause the goblins will get you if you don't watch out. And once there was a little girl who'd always laugh and grin and make fun of everyone, all her blood and kin. And once, when there was company and old folks was there, she mocked them and she shocked them and she said she didn't care. But just as she kicked up her heels and turned to run and hide, there came two great big gray things a-standing by her side, and they whisked her through the ceiling, for she knowed what she's about. 'Cause the goblins will get ya if you don't watch out. And little orphan Annie says, when the blaze burns blue and the lamp wick sputters and the wind goes and the crickets chirp and the moon turns gray and the lightning bugs with dew is all squished away, then you better mind your parents and your teachers, fond and dear, and comfort them what loves you and dry the orphan's tear and help the poor and needy ones that cluster all about. Else